What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zcash today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. I wasn't going to make a video on Zcash, but since it's the only one that seems to be having a merry time over this past week, even with the rest of the markets having an absolute crap fest, let's talk about it. You're up 18.5% today. The average coin today, this week is down like 18% itself. The average coin today is up only 3.4%, so a little bit of a rebound from yesterday. But Zcash is definitely on a tear, and we've been moving up. How much since August? August 20th here. You're up 8x since August. Crazy. Crazy, crazy growth, you guys, in a very short amount of time. I'm making this video not to tell you that we're going to go to $500, $600, $1,000 right now. I'm making this video to tell you don't buy right now. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, and if you hate that I'm saying that, just hear me out, okay? I have my reasons. Okay. We've got bearish divergence forming on the daily time frame. You've been in an uptrend in your RSI for quite some time, and that's great. That's great, but nothing moves in a straight line forever. The RSI is capped at a 100 level, and you typically don't get there, right? You hit the 90s, and you're gonna have bearish divergence, dude. It's time to stop, right? Typically, these moves, whenever you have a downtrend, it ends in the oversold zone. Typically, when you have an uptrend, typically it ends in the overbought zone with bearish divergence, typically. Right? Here, you had an uptrend as well. Your uptrend went sideways for a little bit here, but you did end with bearish divergence, right? Uptrend here ended once you were in the overbought zone, every single time, right? Here you are now in the overbought zone. Is it a good time to buy here? I don't think it's a hard question to answer, right? No, it's not a good time to buy. It's absolutely not a good time to buy. We take our all-time high, or not our all-time high, but our last cycle high to our bear market low, and you've ripped right through the golden ratio. You've ripped right through your 786, 886 zone. Now let me tell you something what this means, okay? Because I've been doing technical analysis now for 10 years. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but this type of movement, right, like this, especially on such a large time frame like this doesn't happen often. This happens like less than 5% of the time, man. This is a very unlikely situation to be in. But the higher up you go, the more you move up. Nothing moves in a straight line forever. And the more you move up without correcting, the harder the correction is going to be. And I absolutely believe Zcash here at $280 will move back down to prices that are at $200. Will move back down to prices that are at $114 potentially. It's absurdly common from this area to pull back to your golden ratio. And if you think in your head that, oh, Zcash, it's not going to pull back that much. That's a 60% drop. Did you see what happened yesterday? Did you see what happened yesterday? Yeah, it can drop 60%. It could do that. It could drop to the 786, which is only a 30% drop. In fact, 30 to 60% drops in crypto are very common. Even in the midst of bull rally moves, even in the midst of movements like this, you could consolidate between now and December, right? And then catch that end of month or end of year rally. I have it drawn on a weekly time frame, so this actually puts you out into like June of 2026, but that's not the point. You could consolidate in a very short amount of time, and in fact, let's just look at this on its all-time history to hopefully see if I can prove a point here, right? Like, look at this, right? You're rallying, and you consolidated for a little bit, and then you continue to rally. And in this bit of consolidation here, from a high to a low, you dropped 46%, which is right in the range that we're talking about, 30 to 40 or 30 to 60% of a drop. Take a high to low here. You might continue to grow. You're at 280. Even if you do continue to reach for $350, something like that, maybe that's exactly where you top off. You'll still likely pull back to prices that are dramatically lower than where you are now. $222, $162, even lower than that is possible. Genuinely, it is. Nothing is a nonstop bullet train forever, right? And this is crazy. This is crypto, and crazy things happen. But I'm telling you, moments like this, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, the worst thing you could do is take any of your coins that have sold off recently, and there's probably a plethora of them. The worst thing you could do is take those coins, and now that you're down on those, buy this coin because it's up. If you do that, you're going to double down on your losses. Trust when I tell you. This thing's going to move down, and everything else is going to move up. It's not because Zcash all of a sudden sucks. It's because Zcash took its turn. Now it's other things' turn. Right? We have a perfect example of this. Watch. This is the others chart. This is the average crypto right here, right? The others chart. It's our like crypto index. You guys should be aware of what the others chart is, okay? We're going to compare this now to Chronos, to CRO. which does not have nearly as much going for it as Zcash does. I'm not trying to, it's not that kind of comparison. I'm comparing what we did on the price scale, okay? Chronos, we're comparing it here, it's the blue one. Notice how here, right, here, it was pumping. You guys remember CRO was pumping back at the end of August? Right here at the end of August, it was pumping. And then from the first day of September, altcoins started to move up. What did CRO do? It was moving down. Altcoins were moving up, CRO was moving down, okay? Again, while everything else here was being boring and doing nothing, this is what the average altcoin looked like at this time, just being boring, doing nothing, CRO was pumping. You're at low points from your August highs, right? And you're going to sell there at the highs for CRO. And then as soon as things start to come back up, that's whenever CRO drops. You're going to double down on your losses. Bravo to everybody who invested in Zcash, right? Like genuinely, I wish I did. I was contemplating doing it and I didn't do it. I'm sure a lot of us did. But this is not the time to contemplate it now. This is the time to clap for the people who are holding, because even when the price corrects, they're still up. They're still up and they have a chance to buy more, and so do we. But the price will correct. Nothing moves up in a straight line forever, right? Now that I've given you my bearish spiel, let's talk about the bullish effects. Okay? I very much believe in Zcash. I very much do believe that it's going to see new all-time highs. We've actually believed that all cycle. We just don't talk about Zcash all the time, but we did talk about it a little bit more in the beginning of the cycle, high to low, especially with the Grayscale Trust. You're breaking through the golden ratio here as well. You're clearly at points of resistance, right here. These 3 points of resistance, you're going to get tied up, and you're going to find some turbulence here. If it's not here, it's the next step up, which is about 350. Cool. From 280 to 350, that's a nice amount of growth, but I promise you, if you wait, you'll be able to buy back down around $200 or less. Absolutely you will, right? $200 really might hold because that's the golden ratio of this overall range, and that is pretty significant. There's some support areas here, resistance there. You even found a little bit of support momentarily here and some resistance right there. It's a significant area. Psychological level for support, $200. I believe Zcash undoubtedly will see a price that is $2,500 to $10,000 by the end of the cycle. And genuinely, it could go higher. Zcash could go higher. Zcash has 100x capabilities, you guys. We could see a $30,000 Zcash by the end of this year. Or not by the end of this year, by the end of the cycle in 2026. Which I think the cycle will end in Q2 of 2026. Doesn't mean that it'll happen, right? Nothing moves up in a straight line forever, especially not a multi-billion-dollar market cap coin like Zcash. But I would very much be surprised if we stopped at anything that was like less than, let's say, less than $5,000. I'm expecting that we see a $10,000 price or higher by the end of the cycle. I'm very bullish on Zcash. I want to buy some, just not here. And really, I want to stop people from buying some here as well, because in the course of this aftermath, with what we've seen across the whole damn space in the crypto markets, you can make the wrong decisions. It's easy to make the wrong decisions when you're bored. It's even easier to make them when you're desperate. And people are desperate right now, man. I don't want to see people do that. So talking about Zcash, genuinely believe that there's a lot of potential to the upside here, but you do have bearish divergence forming on the daily time frame. It's not confirmed until you have a red day. You get your first day to close red while you have lower highs here and higher highs here, then that bearish divergence becomes real, and technically that would imply a drop to about $166, okay? Stochastics and the MACD look great, all phenomenal, but you're very hot, man. You're very hot, and you've been hot for a while. The weekly RSI is at a 96. You've never seen this high of a reading in your life on the RSI, ever, okay? The last time that you saw a reading this high, look at what happened. Look at what happened, and it wasn't even that high. You've definitely got more to go. When you get readings like this, you have more to go. There's no doubt in my mind, but you probably do consolidate to some degree, and it might be a blip on the radar. It might not even seem like it's that much, right? It might not last for more than a month or two, but it could be a 40% drop. It could be a 30% drop. It could be a 60% drop. With great pumps come great dumps. It's just how it is. We look at the 4-hour time frame. Some bearish divergence going on here as well. I want to look at this with some volume on it. Let's just see. Binance maybe, because Binance has the most volume. Yeah, volume's coming in. Volume is definitely coming in on this move. But on this movement here, we got 2 hours, 30 minutes left. You're getting below average volume. And we got half the candle left. You're about halfway there. You'll probably see above average volume, but your volume will probably die off as you get higher. Maybe you get one pump with some serious volume in it, like this one here, right? Like that. And then you're done. But soon enough, I think that, between here and 360, I would say that's where you're going to top off. And at this point, I just think that it's important to stay away. You might be hearing that and thinking, oh, okay, so I'll just buy here and then sell at 360. No, because you could sell between here and then. You could sell right now. There's no guarantee that you get there. There is a guarantee of a reckoning, though. That is going to happen at some point. So, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I would just stay away for now. Wait until you're back at 200 at least, and then think about scooping some up. That's my thoughts. Anyways, again, do whatever you want. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Do whatever you want, but that's my thoughts. I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Take care of yourselves. All right. Bye bye.